Hey, this is June. Welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing one Japanese fountain pen. It's called Platinum Century 3776. For those who doesn't know, Platinum is one of the top 3 brands in Japan: Pilot, Sailor, and Platinum. And in Platinum, the most expensive one is called President, and the next will be Gathered, and the next will be Standard 18K. And these 3 lines use 18K gold nib. And the 4th one will be the one that I bought, Century, which uses 14K gold nib. And the next will be Standard 14K. And there are also a lot of affordable fountain pens, including the famous Preppy. Platinum is well known for making very affordable but also good quality fountain pens. But the one that I bought, the Century, will be the Platinum's flagship model. And this cost about like a mid $100, meaning you can get a gold nib fountain pen with just a little bit over $100, just like the Pilot Custom 74. There are also more expensive limited editions, but these 5 models will be like the main lineup for the Platinum company. So first, if I talk about the box, I believe they changed it to the paper, and I think it's a pretty nice move. It's also sliced it very like dead on, so it's not that bad. And it's also very eco-friendly. They give you with the 2 cartridge, 1 tack, and a vinyl, and the guarantee card. So these are the components, and you have to buy the converter separately. And I also bought one which cost about like almost $10, I think, and they have it with the silver color and the gold color. I chose gold. So before I test this, if I have to talk about like the characteristics of the Platinum company, I think the main feature is that their nib doesn't get dry. As you all know, I mean, the ink will dry even if you cap the fountain pen. It will dry as the time passes. This Platinum also dries, but it doesn't get dry like a typical other fountain pen. The ink will last longer, like way longer than any other fountain pens, because inside the cap they made it like a vacuum state. They kind of compress the air inside to prevent the nib from getting dry, so it will last really long. The ink will last really long. And they call this technique slip sill technique. There's like a spring and also an inner cap. And it's only applied on the nib that is written 3776, which I think it represents the height of the Fuji mountain in meters. I think they got inspired from Mont Blanc, right? So the first feature of the Platinum is a slip sill technique. And the second feature will be one of the nib that they make, which is called UEF, Ultra Extra Fine Nib, which means finer than extra fine nib. Not like a Western fountain pen society. On the Asia, we do usually go for very fine nib because of the letters, you know, like China or Japan, they use Chinese letters, and these letters, they're pretty like complex, and like small letters like combine all together to make one letter. So it's pretty complex, and it doesn't write like a linear like alphabet. So I think Asians do prefer the EF nib, as the Western people usually go for the medium nib. So this Platinum made a nib which is finer than extra fine nib, and I think it's something that Western fountain pen company doesn't make or cannot make. I think it's something only Japanese company can do. And as you guys all know, Japanese brands, they're pretty consistent on making a very fine nib, you know. Usually the slit is like exactly on 5:5 ratio. Most of them are like that, so they pretty have like a very high quality control. So ultra extra fine nib and the slip seal technique. These two, I think, is the something that represents Platinum Company. So the nib I chose is SF, which is called a soft fine nib, which is also a very popular nib in Platinum Century. So since it's soft, it will bounce a lot as we use it. So the thickness of the line changes dramatically than the hard nib as we apply some like pressure on. So if you want like a pen with some calligraphy effect, I can recommend this SF nib for Platinum. So let's see how easy it is to get a calligraphy effect. So another famous nib is called FA nib from Pilot, which I think it stands for Falcon nib because the nib looks like falcon. To me it looks like squid, but they say it looks like falcon, so it's a falcon nib. And these two models are pretty iconic fountain pens when it comes to the soft nib. So if you don't like the Century, maybe you should check out the FA nib. This soft nib is actually not very suitable to people with the long writing session because I think it's quite hard to write with like consistent size and shapes of letters. I think it's suitable for people who writes very slow or likes to play with the fountain pen or just for like a frequent quick notes. For those purpose, I think it's okay, but writing it with like a very long period of time, I think it's a little bit hard. And if you write it really small, you can't get like a calligraphy effect that well because it does bounce a lot, but also a little bit hard, I think. The slit doesn't open dramatically like a dip pen, you know. We do have to like press it quite hard to get the calligraphy effect, so it's not very easy to control, I think. And just in case for those people who are worried about like breaking the nib as the slit opens like pretty wide, don't worry too much about it because it's designed to use it that way, so it's not like an issue. Yeah, it comes out pretty nice. It's always good to have one fountain pen like this, so you can always like play with it on your break time or when you're bored. Okay, so this is it for today, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on next video. Bye bye.